Right, so we have returned, or I have returned in this case, to do the actual final part of this whole entire volume of Sangatsu no Lion. So that means I am covering from chapters 4 to 10. And as we know, it's getting pretty interesting to say the least. I mean, we're getting that little bits of tidbits of character development here and there. Like, it's very much kind of very cool how it's all structured. Quite like it in the manga. And as well, freaking hell, it's gonna kick in. It kicked in. Good. It kicked in. Because I can probably hear it go BAM! On my ear, like, ow! Most of the time. That's what always happens. Hopefully YouTube doesn't die this time, because YouTube has been dying a lot today. Even though I'm not using it, it dies still. Which is really weird. But anyway, yeah. So as we know, we've met two of the pinnacle characters within this manga, being Hayashida and also Nikaido, so hopefully we get the rest of the cast kind of a bit more fleshed out, and also probably also introduced as well. So yes, without further delay, let's get on with this. So let's put the headphones off, because my headphones are a bit annoying, so I have to listen to. So anyway, let's get on. So I think we're covering from, yeah, 4 to 10, so about 126, including the old market at the end. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, chapter 4, Across the Bridge. Right, so, I'm all out. Bread, cup ramen, milk water, even toilet paper. Oh well, I guess I'll go shopping. The neighbourhood that I live in is filled with warehouses, companies and factories. If I don't cross the bridge, I can't buy food and other things. Man, it would be great if there was a bento shop nearby, since it's always awkward when I go to the restaurant by myself. On the other side of the bridge is Sangatsu-cho, the neighborhood where what happened to me just then? I can't say her name now. Akari's son and her sisters live. So hot, no shade. I'm gonna melt. You know what happened to me just then? My mind just went blank. When I first came here, I felt like I was in a dream. Sounds became muted and everything seemed to flicker in black and white. Then after a while I realised that it was just my anxiety living by myself in this unfamiliar place. But thank you, now we can start dinner. Oh, it's not actually going to go down to the bottom. Thank you for that. Oh no, there we are. Come on. No, it's not scrolling. Thank you, now we can start dinner. Rikun, hurry up. But after I made some friends, the other side of the bridge became filled with life and colour. Even though they told me come over anytime you like, can I really? It's like I have a place to go now. With these words alone, I'm so happy. I don't even feel hungry anymore. What is it? Something smells burnt. The smell of smoke. Is it fireworks? Ah, that's right. It's Obon. Gotcha, Ray-chan. See? A chapter ain't made unless Momo's there. Momo-chan? Ah, it's Rikun. Oh my, shopping? Cut ramen and sweet buns. I told you, come eat with us, but you never did. I get it. Kiriyama-kun thinks that instant ramen is better than what Hinata and I cook. Yup, I think One-chan is really hurt. I mean, you know something. When I actually read the manga, you actually kind of just miss the anime just a lot more because it kind of hits you home that you just don't have it anymore. You're like it's just it hurts even more when you think about it. You have to wait until October for season 2. Man, one day it'll come back, and that one day will be October. But still, it hurts. It hurts so much. That's not what I mean. Oh, yeah, what I mean. Here, take this, huh? The limit is 3 per person, and we came to buy this. We eat a lot of suman in the summer. Today's item, Ibo no Ito suman, only 198 yen per box. Oh yeah, we're going to eat this tonight. Rikun, do you like... Okay, give me 5 seconds to actually kind of construct a sentence in my head. Karage, I think that's how you say it. Karage. I like it. Then come over and eat with us. See, this whole entire manga's a learning process. Okay, I don't know why, but I can never turn down a Kairi-san. Throw up, you'll feel better that way. What? You don't know how to throw up? Alright, I'm going to stick my finger in then. Pardon me. I mean, at least she has the manners to say pardon me first. That's kind of cool. Good, cough cough. Urgh. She had seen my worst from the very beginning, so I don't need to hide it. Okay, that's it. Afternoon, Oba-chan. Are there any hemp stalks left? Oh yes. Are you going now? It's almost dusk. Let's hurry. It's getting late. Okay. Hina, bring the porcelain dish here, and the matches. Okay. Oh man, this manga's so nice sometimes as well. It's comfy when it needs to be, and it's also freaking depressing the rest of the times. Ah, so this was it. This was the smell. Ah, it's lit. Hey, don't touch your Momo. I remember that's also what people were using afterwards as a meme as well. Like they're using the subtitle "It's lit." I was like, ah. Now I remember where it came from. Spreading all over the town. All right, this new one I have not seen before. So horses? I think it's an I in there. I don't know how to actually pronounce the I with the rest of it. It's horses. That's how I'd say it, but I might be wrong in that case. I am not too sure. That's right. Baba, your mama will return riding on this. Eh? I see you don't get it. That's how it is, isn't it? You won't get it, but that's how it goes. Ji-chan, Baba, and Mama too, everyone comes back like this. It's fine this way. It's fine the way it is. Is it you are the one feeding us today? Hey kid, where are your parents buried? In Nagano, my dad's hometown. I see, so far. Okay, dinner's ready. Oh, let's eat. It's pretty good. Today Hina fried it. I see. I got splashed by the oil. Here. Oh my. That can happen when you double fry. Put some ointment on it. It's in my drawer. That's no good. There's no talk. There's no talk. No reminiscing. Dinner continues. It must be because the wounds are still fresh, not healed, resting within this household. What was it like when it happened to me? How long did I weep? How long was it until I was calm? It's weird. I can't remember anything. Oh man, here it comes. Here it comes, the depression. Depression just hits you like a speeding bullet. Always in the days, ever since that day. It's just been in the days. I couldn't find other things to do. Nothing at all. When it was time to go home, Akari's son had already packed the karage and rice into Tupperware. Remember to put it in your fridge. Microwave it before you eat, okay? Once your match is over on Monday, come. It'll be... Okay, that's what I've never said before. Okay. Ukirobon. I think that's how you say it. Ukirobon. There'll be food. If someone comes over, it'll be a good distraction. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounded like. Akari-san had said, but it was so soft that I couldn't really hear it. On the way back, the wind was strong on the bridge. The bento in my arms was warm, as if it were a small living creature. Okay, that is chapter 4 done. Obon is a Buddhist custom to honor the deceased spirits of one's ancestors. Page 8. Sumen are very thin, white Japanese noodles made of wheat flour. The noodles are usually served cold with a lightly flavored dipping broth or suyu. The noodles are dipped into the sauce, not poured over like other foods. Ibo no Ito is a brand of sumen. Karage is soy-flavored fried chicken. You may be able to order it as an appetizer at your local Japanese restaurant. Oh no, you're not late. Don't worry. You just it's not a problem. Do not worry. You've come as I just finished the first chapter. Let's say, okay, so page 16. Ukirobon, Farewell Bon, is a last of 3-day Obon festival. Really? That's what I was wondering, because literally no one turned up. I was like, what happened here? Did YouTube just die? I'm guessing YouTube just dies all the time now. I guess there's never no notification anymore. I guess it's just random at this point, which is really stupid when you think about it. Like, it's annoying because sometimes you want to watch a stream and you never can anymore because it just don't tell you. Like, what's the point? YouTube is like slowly killing people's channels without them even really realizing when you think about it. Which is really weird because the thing, it even goes live on Twitter, which is the weirdest thing. I have no idea what really happens on YouTube anymore. YouTube's a really weird concept at this point. I mean, revenue's practically dead at this point. There's no point. There's no point doing the job anymore because you just don't get any money anymore. That's another thing, and everything else just gone. It's nothing works. Okay, nothing works anymore. It's just at this point, you just have to go and sit in the corner and cry because that's all you get on YouTube. That and copyright strikes constantly. I actually found out most of my yeah, it literally is. Most of my videos are actually kind of, well, not most of them, about say 20% of them are kind of taken off in the restricted mode. Even the movie reviews I used to do back in the day got taken off. I was like, huh, it's weird. I mean, the ones I understand will get taken off got taken off, but other ones that I didn't imagine get taken off got taken off. I was like, what is restricted mode now? But that's YouTube now. You can't say anything against it. You got to go with the flow. So anyway, chapter 5, Harunobu. Harunobu. I think that's how you say that word. It's a weird place, old YouTube now. I mean, if you just started YouTube now, you're pretty much screwed at this point. That's what I've kind of realised. If you started back in the day, like at least maybe 4 years ago, you might be fine. But nowadays, no, never start at this point. All right, so winner. Right, so bright. I should probably buy some curtains for this place. God, I said that word originally. Now I can't say it. It is really time to move to Twitch, but I don't know how Twitch works with the whole entire manga and anime streaming thing, or that's even a thing on there yet. I have no idea whether or not people have actually kind of broke into that place and actually kind of take charge of it. No idea. It might be a venture for me to actually kind of go there. Karage. That's how you say it. It's the last one. Today's match is in Group 6 of the Shishuo tournament. That's how I say it. I said the N. The N was even there. I have no idea what I was even saying that for. Oh man, we're getting the backstory of Nikaido and Rain out as well. That's what I wanted to say. My opponent is Nikaido. Oh, okay, so that's why. Okay, so Nikaido Harumo. It's almost summer. Today will be my first time playing against him since becoming professionals. Every summer, department stores hold children's shogi tournaments on the roof. Before entering the Shorei Kai, all the talented children from around the country will somehow have met one another a few times in these small tournaments. My nose is actually really freaking itchy. I don't understand why. Harunobu and I were regulars at such tournaments, so our paths crossed quite often. I forget how old I was when it happened. On that unnaturally humid and hot summer day, Harunobu and I met once again at the semi-finals. It was even worse for him because he was afraid of the heat. Just like a demon, his entire body from top to bottom went completely red. It seemed so painful. I felt awful just looking at him. I remember this now. This is a depressing time in the actual manga. And in the afternoon, the wind stopped and the temperature kept rising. Furthermore, probably because of his anemia, his face started turning white. Perhaps it was arrogant for me to think this way, but at that time I just wanted to find the quickest route to end the match. Even if it was only for a moment, I just wanted for the child in front of me to quickly rest in the cool air-conditioned break room. But his defeat became I can't say the word now. Imminent. I think that's how you say it. He began to put all his remaining pieces on defense. He was starting to resist the idea of defeat as a relief. At first, it was just sweat all over that white pale face, but later I could hear an inaudible scream coming from him. I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose. It became a very long battle. Even though it was definitely my win, he kept trying to fight me off, persistently trying to find a non-existent road to victory. But in the end, he still couldn't escape defeat. No matter how he tried to resist it, his king had already fallen into a space that it could not back out of. Man, bro, I don't want to lose. At that moment, I became ashamed of my way of thinking. I don't want to lose. Even though this person in front of me was sweating bullets and was in dire position, he still persisted in sitting here. All because he wanted to win. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. There was nothing I could do. We were so lacking determination not to lose. I've lost. As he mumbled those words, tears the size of pearls began to fall from his eyes, just like in manga. As the... Okay. So... Is it Cicades? Something like that. Buzzed at the background music of the department store played. All I could do was silently watch. Perhaps I will never be able to forget that expression for the next 10 years. Becoming a professional shogi player is like jumping on a train that's not stopping. It's impossible to get off, unless you arrive at a moment where you've lost and can't get back up. In this tiny shogi world, the wins and losses repeat endlessly. They gasp out, I don't want to lose. Oh, Kiriyama, come see. Your opponent is waiting for you with this awesome aurora. See? Feels like he's really into it. This is almost turning into a totally different kind of manga, isn't it? Is that so? So that's how it is next time to checkmate or not checkmate, something like that. I'm so jealous, Kiriyama. Look, that kind of spirited aura is all there because of you. He said that he's his lifelong rival or friend or something. Oh man, I love Nikaido so much. I think this manga tends to break the fourth wall quite often. Like it likes to do it all the time. I actually quite like that because it's one of those things that it addresses everything else in the real world. It's one of those things, if you actually can do it really freaking damn well, it's actually a really, really good thing, because sometimes breaking the fourth wall can seem like as if it's just there for the sake of being there. But if it feels subtle and actually works within the world, it's actually so freaking good. It's one of those things that I love. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen a film break the fourth wall quite well in a long time. I can't remember the last one I actually watched. I was like, oh wow, he just addressed the camera. I think it was The Big Short, actually. The Big Short did quite well. Calm down first. Slowly take a deep breath. Quick breeze will cloud the eyes. You're late, Kiriyama. I've been waiting for a long while. I came here at the appointed time. It's you, Nikaido-san, who's come early. Yup, I've been really excited. Alright, then let the match begin. So N-2E, it's coming. S-2D, P-3E, capture the silver general. P1E. Oh man, I miss the good old days of them breaking the fourth wall like a pro. But it's quite hard to pull off, because sometimes it just feels as if it's just like there. You're like, oh, that could have been done better. Deadpool kind of felt like that a bit too much. It kind of felt as if it was kind of riding on the idea of breaking the fourth wall. And it just kind of became a bit annoying after a while. But if it feels subtle, it just works so damn well. Firm, yet he doesn't hesitate to attack. This can't continue. If I keep playing defensively, I won't be able to settle this. I have to turn the tide. Sweat. It was like this back then. His face is starting to turn pale. The kind of expression is a bit strange. Excuse me, is the AC on? I'm sorry, the AC isn't functioning very well. It's okay, Kiriyama. Compared to the roof Compared to the roof of that department store, this is heaven. Let's continue. So L-5G, my opponent already at the point where he has no more pawns to use. And I'll do this. P-7F, huh? 6-6H. He's abandoned his gold general and moved his silver general. Why? Why would he do that? Yeah, I don't want to lose. I really don't want to lose. Calm down, take a deep breath, expand your vision. As long as I calmly make my moves, I still have the advantage in this match. Calm down and continue forward. The match continued deep into the night, and I kept escaping the trap Harunobo was setting. Afterwards, I have nothing. I've lost. Ah, this is it. This expression. He's still the same as when we were children. Some things haven't changed. Nikaido hasn't, and definitely I definitely haven't. Oh man, definitely just like this, always, forever and ever. Hanobo-sama. Hanoka, didn't you go on a summer vacation? What happened to traveling around the world? My dear wife went in my place. It was enough for me just to play for 10 days. I've completely enjoyed the pleasure of riding on a cruise. To tell you the truth, I couldn't stop worrying while I was away from Harunobo-sama. It was to the dangerous point where my heartbeat was erratic and I could not sleep. He wasn't refreshed at all. Do you need to go to the hospital, or would you like to go to Morikawa-san's place first? I've already contacted him. Harunobo-sama, are you alright? Is your kidney working hard? I'm sorry. Allow me to go above my position and ask a question. These past few days that I wasn't here, did you eat your meals properly? I'm sorry, Hanakawa. Can't say his name now. It's I say that right the first time, it just leaves me the rest of the time. I don't understand why. Hanoka, that's it. You know, you need not to apologize. I understand. Always eating the meals from hospitals would cause anyone to lose their appetite. Ever since you were little, I've always watched how much pain you're in. It's okay. I'll always be by your side. Please take it slow and take care of your body first. How did Kiriyama-san's match turn out? I lost. He was too strong. I've become so much better, but I will definitely not lose next time. Indeed, that's for certain, Harunobo-sama. Ah, man. Feels happen right at the end of the mangas, don't they? I remember this point in the actual anime as well. It was actually kind of depressing because you actually learn so much more about Nikaido's like health, and it kind of puts in perspective a lot of things afterwards. You kind of like, no, I don't know if anything bad happens to him, because all the things he does afterwards just make you love him even more. So it kind of makes that whole entire like thought back of your head go, oh, don't, no. Which tends to be the case sometimes, which is kind of depressing when you think about it, because it builds a character up so goddamn well. Just so at the back of your brain, you're like, oh wait, yeah, he's not in tip-top position or like tip-top health as well. Kind of hurts. It really does, because you just see him do so many good things, and it just hits you hard. So notes, page 8. In the text, next time to checkmate or not to checkmate is translated from Sesumuya Sumazaruya, which seems to be a reference to the alternate title of Ito Sokan III's classic shogi book, Shogi Musu? Unparalleled Shogi Problems, first published in 1735. It is not likely to be a reference to Hamlet, as many might actually assume at first. Huh, that's actually quite good. I like that at the end. That kind of just gave you a bit more insight. So I imagine people would actually probably associate that with Hamlet. So good job. How many pages are actually into this now? 40. Sweet. I think we're doing good for time as well. I think we are, yeah. Once the match against Nikaido ended, once your match is over, it'll be. See, I can't say the word afterwards. What happens? It'll be Guribon. We'll make food. I returned to the home where everyone was waiting as promised. Good evening, it's Kiriyama. That took a while. Can't say the words now. That took a while. Good work. You must be hungry. Come in. Oh, Momo, look, Raychon is here. This is Pudding. Sorry I'm late. Okay, please sit down. Since Kiriyama-kun was late, I set your plate separately. Kiriyama-kun doesn't have a big appetite, so we prepared small portions. Thank you. It looks great, but is it possible to finish it all? So you got kiriyashi sushi, croquette spring rolls, salad, gratin. I think that's how you say that word. Gratin, miso soup, sashimi, natto. Man, I feel hungry now. This manga makes you hungry as well. The more I think about it. And this is for Oba-chan, Oka-san. What is that? Huh? What? I want it. Just one bite. Oh, it's so small. Precisely detailed. Huh. 2 pints of beer really is too much. I'm feeling sick. Let me rest a little. Oji-chan, you can't sleep. It's almost time to light the Okiribi. Okiribi? I think that's how you say the word. Yeah, and it's already 9 o'clock. I told you. If you were too late, it would be difficult for Oba-chan and everyone to return home. Before it was lit during the evening, yes, that was Mulkebon. When it was starting the fire, seemed to be saying, "Hurry home. Everyone's waiting for you as the sun was setting." And when it's Ukiribon, you light the Ukiribi. Ukiribi? This represents, I hope that they can stay for a little longer. That's why, when they arrive, you want them to come earlier, so you shape a cucumber into a horse to speed up their journey. And when they're departing, they will be leaving with all of the gifts you've given them. That's why you shape an eggplant into an ox, so they carry it all safely. Alright, it's almost time to start seeing them off. Everyone. But some within their hearts, there must be a languid sadness. In this way, they prepared the horses and oxen, and a plentiful dinner. While the coming and going of those who are no longer here is on everyone's mind. For me, it brings back unwarranted memories. This seems like nothing but a painful ceremony that brings about sadness. Well, it's time we went home. Momo, you ready to take your bath and sleep? Oh God, I remember this section now. Oh no, I remember this section now. I'll be back. I'm just going to run over to the convenience store. Now, Hina, what are you buying? Manga. I forgot that Hana to Yume is out. Go with her, boy. Huh? Just go. Come on, just go. Oh, okay. She's fast. Where is she going? There are no convenience stores around here. Hina. There she is. Hina. Orca-san. Oh, damn it. There we go. Ah, man, this one hurt in the anime. This one hurt freaking a lot in the anime. In the manga, it kind of hurts as well. Jesus Christ. I came here to feel comfy, not to feel. Orca-san. Sob. A voice that couldn't reach out. A voice that seems to be choking up. It must be because when she's in front of everyone, she's been holding back all the pain inside. Kiriyama-kun. Sorry, I'll go back soon. As I listen to her sobs, it's okay. Doubts that I had shut away began to well up in my heart, flowing out like ink. Let's stay here for a little bit longer. Doubts about my real family that I had long since pushed away. And I, who couldn't cry, side by side, we looked up at the beautiful. Even if I cry, nothing will change. So I just gave up. Thinking about it only made me hurt. So I drove it out of my head, push it all out. But just simply beautiful. Was that really the right thing to do? July night sky. Ah, man, my heart's hurting now. Oh man, I think you need a tab open just with a bunch of cats on it, just to kind of ease the pain, because it's one of those things that I don't even know how to explain it. Man, just want to go into a corner and cry for a bit. Oh god, that hurts my chest a bit. So notes. So page 2. Shidamachi is a traditional name for the area of Tokyo going from Taitoku to Chiyoda-ku and Choku, the physically low part of the city next to the particularly east of the Sumida River. Mix and match food is translated from tabe awase, which appears to refer to combinations of food that you eat. For example, if you eat A with B, that could increase the effects of the nutrients, but if you eat A with C, C could cancel out the effects of A's vitamins. Huh. Page 3 and 4. Okiribi is a small fire lit at the entrance of homes to send off one's ancestors' spirits on Okuribon. See notes from Volume 1, Chapter 4. Mukarebon is the first of the 3 Obon festival days. The fire is lit on this day. It's called Mukabi. Mukabi? I think that's how you say it. Mukabi? It's the A and E. I never pronounce those 2 letters together. So page 6. Hana to Yume is a semi-monthly shoujo manga published by Haku Sensha. Popular titles that have ran in Hana to Yume include Fruit Basket, Gaku and Alice, Hana Zakari no Kimitachi E, or Fairy Q. Whew. Oh man, my chest is actually killing me now. I'm actually feeling the burn of feels. Something I should not be feeling. So, chapter 7, Hina. How long have we actually been streaming for? I've been streaming for like half an hour. Sweet. So I actually could in theory cover a volume a stream from now on, really, when you think about it. So you're like, well, I've covered 3, so I think it's 13 chapters. It's not so bad, I think. At the same length as most of the ones I read anyway. So chapter 7, Hina. So, Hina-chan has been very distressed. So, would fried chicken and eggs be okay? And let's add some chopped salted veggies so it won't be too sweet. No, it can't be brown. It has to be cuter. I think I also remember this chapter as well. Oh, did the scanlators change for volume 3 onwards? Because apparently, as I read on Bucker updates that the actual scanlators only covered from volume 1 to 2. I was like, oh, that's depressing. But thank you anyway. I remember reading that apparently, like, I think they changed, or it might just be because they just haven't updated it on there. Ah, man. I have no idea, but water makes my throat even drier than it does beforehand. I actually have no idea why. I feel as if my throat just kind of closes up even more when I drink water. It's really weird. But alas, what can one man do? When you open it, it's got to be like, ta-da! Like, wow, so cute. Ta-da. But he's a boy in middle school, right? And if it's after a game, then instead of this is cute, wouldn't it be better if it was like, this looks delicious? Right, Kimura-kun? What, that? You finished peeling that much already? Huh? Oh yeah. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's so neat too. Kuniyama-kun is skilled. It's good that I called you over. I ended up buying 4 kilos. They were so cheap that I never cooked and eaten the inner skins, so the brown skin is edible too, huh? That's right. If you just boil it, it lasts a long time, so it's the perfect snack during winter. The baseball team at Hina's middle school has a match, and it seems that at that match, the person who Hina has taken a liking to will be playing. He's the milkman's son. His name is Takahashi, though he used to be tiny. I guess he must have drunk up every last drop of milk at his own place. Now he's the ace and idol of the baseball team at Hina's school. It looks like she wants to present a homemade bento to this person she's taken a liking to, which, no matter how you look at it, has to be Takahashi-kun. Competition's gotten fierce, but Hina has a crush on Takahashi-kun ever since elementary school. That's not it. That's not it at all. Oh man. Oh, okay. That makes sense because they're inactive on the actual update page. I was like, oh, must have stopped then. But if you've actually said that the collaborator, it's actually fine then. I say it's depressing because they actually have the best scans I've read so far. Well, because you look at the other ones, you're like, sometimes like, oh no. I guess the same thing applies to a lot of things nowadays. They have quite a few random scans which aren't that good. So that's why I'm sitting here now, the night before this monumental event in this young lady's life. Peeing chestnut skins to be cooked. Loves to do detailed work. Why do you always have to go and say stuff like this? One-chan is such a dummy. Okay, I'm sorry. Man, and my throat's gone weird now. There we are. My throat's went a bit weird for a second there. What if I do this? What? Let me see. Squash croquettes that look like apples and a field of flowers made of onigiri. I see. The game starts at 10, right? If you leave the house at 9:30. Boil the squash, mash it, and make it into balls. Cover it in flour, then dip it in egg yolk, and then cover it with breadcrumbs. I think it's too risky if it's something you're making for the first time. I mean, you don't know how long it'll take, which means you'll rush. And if you rush, you'll make mistakes, right? Like the seasoning, or then what should I do? Why not just make fried chicken and eggs? And if you want something red, add cherry tomatoes, or is there anything I can eat? Oh man, the cats make it as well. I don't want to do that. That's so plain. That's something an old lady would make. No way, old lady. That's it. I'm going to make this. Fine, do what you want. I'm not going to help you out anymore. Oh no, it's so late already, and. Oh god, here we go. Another word I haven't said beforehand. So is it Marue? Marue? I think that's how you pronounce it. Marue? Closes at 10. Empty. Oh no, Chan. I want to buy these, but I don't have any money. Could you... What is this? Acorn squash, minced beef, breadcrumbs, onions, eggs, black pepper, radish, olives... Maybe some more. I like the cat in the corner. The cat in the corner makes it even better because it kind of contrasts what's going on. It kind of adds a little bit more comedy. Avocado, asparagus, baby corn, balsamic vinegar, lemons, mushroom, paprika, red, yellow, rosemary, oyster, mushrooms, fresh basil, decorative cups, toothpicks, and hey, what the heck are you making? I mean, how many things are you planning to buy? This is so extravagant. Just looking at it, it's got to be more than 3,000 yen. Is this a bento from some fancy restaurant? Why do we have to spend 3,000 yen of our food money on a bento for someone else's kid? I don't wanna. When the 158 yen milk I buy is already the cheapest one out there. What? Someone else's kid? Aren't these memories of Kiriyama-kun the same? What is this, One-chan? One-chan, you dummy! You spend all your money on other people's kids, someone else's kids. Ray-chan is someone else's kid. Where did you come from? You're not Momo's big brother? Well... about that. I'm sorry. Oh no, me too. I said I would pay for my food expenses before, but Akari-san just wouldn't accept it. But with this, she just might be willing to accept it, and then I won't feel so in debt. You know my sister, she brings home whatever she sees, sparrows and cats. She's always been like that whenever she sees something pitiful. She just can't leave it alone, and she likes to nurse them back to health so they're nice and fat. But I was really surprised when she brought a person back home. But it'll be alright. I'm sure that my sister will be able to nurse you back to health soon. You're nice and fat too. So you're nice and fat too. Is that so? Yup. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, to quote that one song. I see, that's right. And so came Sunday morning. The croquettes that I spent so much time making into balls. Do I have to start over? Something smells burnt. Is it the applesauce? No way, it's already 8. Why? I woke up at 6. No. Why is it? Why? Who is it? I don't have a free hand right now. Oh, it's Joku-chan. I'm going to be late. Please go ahead of me send. Right. What should I wear? All that was on my mind was the bento. I didn't think about this at all. What? This would be way too stylish. This makes me look way too perky. When did it get this late? Phew, these curtains were unexpectedly expensive. But with these I can finally sleep in peace. I don't have any matches for a while, so it's a nice opportunity. If I don't have anything to take care of at home then. And some chairs and desks and bookshelves. Two, Hina-chan's middle school. Man, if only I kind of cared that much about things like that. Never hit me like that. I was always just kind of calm about everything. Unless it was work, then I just kind of overthought everything to a point of no return, and to a point where I almost kind of, it was an ugly time. Whenever you overthink anything, it just gets ugly sometimes. Just don't do it. It's easy for people to say, just don't do it. Avoid it at all costs. Just think about something else. Is what I always tend to do, even though it sometimes does become even worse. It's a rocky road, as they say. Oh man, you're right, actually. Yeah, Takahashi-kun. So this is Takahashi-kun that everyone was talking about, and he certainly does look pretty cool. He's huge. Is he really a middle school student? Oh, there she is. I wonder if she's finished the bento in time. A home run? Yeah, he did it. Awesome. Takahashi, I love you. I always love you. You're the best, man. I love you. Amazing. Man, he's totally like the main character out of some shonen manga. I've never seen Hina-chan with that expression on her face before. It's the face of the springtime of youth. It's bittersweet. She's like completely in love. Love. I love you. Ah, man, here we go. Hits you with a feel. It's just like wha-bam, as if you're not expecting it. It just hits you like wha-bam, like you're like whoa, hold up a second here, guys. Give me 5 seconds. I can't take this all in one go. Man, if only this manga was happy all the time. It isn't. It's only happy 25% of the time. Most of the time it's just depression. It's just depression. Thank you. So after we change, let's meet up at Matsuda. Matsuda for Monja? I'm starving. Takahashi-kun. Takahashi, you were coming too, right, to Matsuda. Good work, it's so cool. Yeah. You're going to Matsuda. Can we go too? I want to eat Monja too. Right. It's gonna be Monja. Yay. What should I get? I'm so hungry, Takahashi. We're leaving. And it just hit you just then as well. Yeah, now that you mention it, that's actually kind of valid. Huh. That opens up so many more. Opens up about 15 more cans of worms that weren't opened up beforehand. Holy crap! Yeah. It wouldn't make any sense for Kyoko to say that. It would have to be ready to say I love you. Jesus. It's gone even deeper. It's gone even deeper than before. Holy crap. Man, I just... Was it ever said in the anime, actually, more I think about it? I can't remember if it was ever said in the anime. Like, where the word I love you was said. Well, I guess we learned something new today, then. It's like something we didn't want to learn, but we actually learned it. Something far darker than beforehand. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I guess we kind of always assumed it, but it could... Yeah, the more... Because you could in theory interpret it either way when you think about it. It doesn't have to be just her saying it. It could have been him saying it, because in the long run, when you think about it... Because if you look at it this way, back in the day, it was Ray who didn't really kind of have, like, attachment to anyone. He didn't really kind of have anyone that he could, in theory, kind of feel love towards. Technically now, in the manga, or later on in the manga, essentially Kyokoku doesn't have that feeling, if you get what I mean, because the person she goes with doesn't actually love her. She kind of claws to him, though he doesn't love her. So, and then Ray's got people that kind of, in a way, look at him as a kind of a family member. So it could in theory be that way, that in the past Ray would have said that, because Ray could have literally been so alone that he found attachment towards her. In a way, it wasn't the most healthiest of all attachments, but it was that kind of love, the love of someone who has never had that kind of love beforehand, or never felt that in a long time. So it could in theory be Ray that said that. So yeah, I mean that's specifically valid to say. That's also very freaking, like, kind of... That just opens up so many more... opens up so much more now. Jeez. Ah, man. It's manga. This manga, man. It hits you when you don't want to hit you, and it opens up so much more. You're like, oh, no. No. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. But One-chan is going to ask. She'll say, why didn't you give it to him? You put all that effort into making it. What? Why are you crying? Last night and just a moment ago, you looked so happy. If it was a bento that One-chan made, and one would be glad to, but sis wouldn't understand. My throat is literally destroying itself internally. I have no idea why. I just don't understand women. Wow. Okay, let's go home. When we get back, we can all eat together. We're back. Ah, so you weren't able to give it to him. That's such a shame. You tried so hard. Man, here we go. Ah, there, don't cry, I understand. It's happened to me before too, I understand. There were times where you weren't able to give to someone too. That's right, there were, just like you, Hina. I wanted to make a really cute one, and I was so happy. I tried hard and I rushed it, and I failed. That's why I couldn't help. That's why I couldn't help and said that. But you know, I remembered that things I said to Hina last night, a long time ago, Mom said the exact same things to me. Ah, like mother like daughter, I guess. It's funny, isn't it? Mom? Okay then, how about we eat together? You want some? I guess you can have some today. Really? Is it really okay? They're so full that they've fallen asleep. Alright, the tea is done, so let's eat, huh? What happened to the furballs? How is it, Kiriyama-kun? Hina, did you even taste this? It was bittersweet and sour. It truly tasted like a conclusion to a first love. Huh? No, Hina, let's do some special training together. That's right, One-chan always did the seasoning for you. It might have been for the best that she wasn't able to give out her first bento. Okay, I'm going to do my best next time too. At least that's what Kiriyama and One-chan thought. Yeah, like I feel as if. I kind of feel as if this manga kind of just speaks volumes to people as well who might have kind of have a similar thing, like specifically the whole entire thing with I can't say the word now. Inferiority complex is the word I was looking for. Like, it kind of speaks volumes to people because people, it kind of feels realistic to a person of that age to kind of feel that way. And they're also, in certain regards as well, for her sister to feel exactly the same way. It's kind of nice because it kind of adds a sense of realism to the character. Because in other animes, she might just be that kind of girl who's shy and that's about it, and nothing really ever gets explored. But here, it feels realistic because she's got this inferiority complex. She wants to kind of impress this person so badly, and she forgets everything else around her, and in the end, she kind of beats herself up about it. It's sad, but it's realistic because it kind of adds this depth to her character who would otherwise in other shows not actually ever have it. So it's very much, it's a bittersweet thing, if you get what I mean. That's the kind of thing I get from it. Also, everyone else who actually has an inferiority complex actually sympathises pretty freaking damn well. Because there might be people out there who have this similar thing to her. So it's an all-around kind of neat thing because I feel as if this manga just speaks to everyone in their own way. That's what I actually quite like about it. I'm not ready for anything that's in this manga. I've reread what I've watched and I still feel depressed. My heart is hurting. They kind of just hurt me. I can imagine it gets pretty harsh. Like this anime, I don't think the anime gave me the most harsh you can probably get. The anime was kind of like a taster. The manga probably afterwards gets even worse. I'm like, yeah, nah, not feeling it today, please, love of Christ. Do not want to be feeling those feels. Like, nah, no, none of that, please, none of that. Ain't a part of that noise, okay? So, chapter 8, comparison. So, I see it. What? I won, right? Yes. Oh, whatever. Even if it's just by appearance, it's still a victory. Appearance, it should be reality. Okay, let's go again. This time I'll start. That way, I'll begin with a static rook, and you can use the bishop exchange again. Also, what do you mean by this? Am I only a practice partner? Are you trying to say, okay, whatever? Wait, what? What's supposed to mean? Oh yes, I know. You won, alright. Are you happy now? Man, my throat. I can imagine season 2 is gonna be pure despair. I was already in a pit of despair by the end of season 1, so I would imagine it's probably gonna be like, yeah, you're not gonna get out of that anytime soon. Like you're gonna be in an even worse state than beforehand. Like, bro, you don't even know what's even gonna come. Like the only thing's gonna help me is probably Hashida senpai. He's the one's gonna help me for the whole entirety of the despair because he always does. He is the bro that we need. Oh man, okay, my back is actually just beginning to actually kind of die. Small, you're so small, Kiriyama. You do things too swiftly, using the bishop exchange and stuff like that. I won't be able to have things go my way. You can't just use the ranging rook technique, huh? I'm part of the static rook group. That was Gmail. Why must you keep using techniques that I'm no good at? Oh, no, not good against. I can't say words sometimes. I've had enough. I've already said that studying by myself is more suited for my personality. Do you know how great of a loss it is to your shogi life that you lose an important partner who can help raise your playing abilities? You do know, don't you, Kiriyama? We need to work efficiently. That's why we have to find a method with our combined efforts. To be precise, it's you who needs to find a method. The wonder drug known as the bishop exchange counterattack. Yes, we'll call it the Nikaido vaccine. Shouldn't it be the Kiriyama vaccine then? But it's not the same. On days without matches, what do professional shogi players do? Something like Nikaido's vaccine or Nikaido's immune system. If you put your name in it, then you'll be known even in later generations. Do you really not understand this? I get it, but I wish I didn't. I get that a lot. Oh, jeez. Hit the wrong button just then. There are only a few matches each month, right? you'll be fine just working a few days a month. What an easy life. I've gotten that too. It's true that matches only occur a few times a month, but they are the same as the matches that they have in baseball or boxing. So what do these athletes do on the days when there's no matches? Yes, the answer is training. Shogi players are the same as athletes. On days with no games, they have to train or study. Holding study sessions with Jesus freaking Christ, please, Carl. Holding study sessions with fellow shogi players, studying and walking through the millions of kifu left by players before us, and discussing new methods. Just let me be. I've already said that I'm the type of person who does better when I study alone. You came at 9 AM without any invitation at all, saying let's develop a wonder draw or something, and I'm an all-rounder, even though that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. How are you listening? I'm talking to you. You want to eat? What do you want to eat? Something fast and easy. Oh yeah, how about a McDonald? McDonald. Dakota should like the Gigamech, right? Gigamech? No, that's too plain. Kiriyama, what do you normally eat? Me, when I'm alone, I guess it's bread, Nico bento mechs, or Yoshida's beef bowls. But lately, I sometimes go over to a friend's house to eat dinner. Mumbo-chan, what's wrong? Bodori. I remember this now. Yeah, it kind of does suck, because it's like, oh well, that's not the case, bro. Like it's annoying because they kind of see you like, oh, you got it all easy. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the other thing. Like if you don't practice in one day, just gone. It's a terrible thing, because people say, oh, it's an easy life you've got, but it really isn't. It kind of can be worse than most lives that people lead. Especially something like shogi as well, which tends to be the case, as you've probably imagined throughout this whole entire manga. Like that one slip up can just like it can kind of break you in places as well. Man. But people do it all the time. Like people go, oh, you only do it 3 times a week. That's it. Oh, you got an easy life. It's like, no. It's like, do you not understand? Do you not understand what I do on other days? You know. It's terrible sometimes. That's why people irritate me sometimes when I say that. Kiriyama, is this your friend? Yeah. Just now, if I'm not mistaken, it seems that I heard this one calling me Bodoro. Bodoro should be that famous animated film loved by children and adults alike. I also really enjoyed it. About an intelligent life form who lived in the forest. That mysterious. Well, I do sense a deep connection with that intelligent part. And alright, little one, let me ask you for your name. What is your name? Momo. Alright then, Momo-kun, give me your hand. The cars passing by are quite dangerous. Momo-chan seems to be really happier than with me. Where is your home, and shall I take you back? There she is, Momo. She's with Kiriyama-kun. Hey, Kiriyama-kun. Reiki, this is... Akari-san? Why is her face all red? It can't be Akari-san's love at first sight. This is, from Shogi, from my club. Is this guy... Nice to meet you. I'm Kiriyama-kun's best friend. My name is Nikaido Harubo. Have you eaten yet? If you don't mind, would you like to come in for dinner? Huh? One-chan is feeding someone else's kid again. Oh man. My chest is also really itchy as well sometimes. I have no idea. Like, whenever I try to do anything, my life just kind of spirals out of control sometimes. My throat dies, my eyes begin to well up sometimes, my chest really freaking hurts, like, all the time. It's like a never-ending spiral for me at this point. With the utmost appreciation, it will certainly be my pleasure. Hey, Bordero, follow me some more. This home is quite old, isn't it? It looks like a movie set. Sorry, Kimiyano-kun. Looks like Hina, you don't... No, Hina, you don't have to apologize. Kimiyano-kun, what should I say? He's like a round and shining ball. What a wonderful friend. Like a ball? Never heard someone describe a friend like that. Sorry, One-chan's quirk is for round and plump things. I'm really very sorry. What do you want to eat? Today was shopping day, so I bought a lot of things. I can pretty much make anything. See, my throat just goes. I feel you there. My life's like the Murphy's Law as well. Jeez. I think sometimes in life it just teaches you just sit in a corner and just don't get out of that corner for a long while until you just know you're alright. Like, if you don't, then it just, like, everything just starts to kind of... It's like that episode of SpongeBob when SpongeBob tries to infiltrate Patrick's house at night, and every single step he takes, like a car crash going off around him. That's basically like me in just like a daily basis, just all the time, just like certain things just happening, like, no. It's a terrible thing sometimes. It's like, why? Why does life forsake me in this way? It's like before I started streaming, I had this massive headache, and I was like, why does this do this to me today? So, karage hamburger? Oh, no, perhaps a light seasoned dish with a moderate amount of protein. I'm sorry. Anything will be fine. I will eat anything. Is that the case? I'm surprised you have the taste of an adult. How strange, it's impossible to depend on such a simple dish to keep such a full figure. Could it be a diet? You can't do that. If you want to diet, then that beautiful figure like a ball will... But then again, he's probably worried a lot. He's at an age facing obesity at a young age. Could it be even more serious than that? Could it be he's already has type 2 diabetes at such a young age? Or maybe this isn't meat but actually water puffiness. Maybe it's a kidney problem. That would be terrible. But she isn't far off the truth, actually. She actually kind of deduced the whole entire thing within 5 seconds. She isn't far off the truth. Christ. It's like every single thing just... I don't know why, but water just makes my throat drier. It's really weird because people are like, drink water, it helps you. It helps you hydrate. It's like, for me, my water just kind of dehydrates me and actually kind of makes my throat worse. I actually have no idea. I tend to actually drink a lot of other things that aren't water, though my parents tell me off for not drinking water. I'm like, if I do, I feel more dehydrated. It's such a weird life I live. No matter how attractive your plumpiness is, if you don't have your health, then all meaning is lost. After all, I didn't take care of my grandmother or lend an ear to customers at the store just for show. Don't worry, leave it to me. So for the hassle, Kari. You just lost it. Damn it. Murphy's Law is the worst. Times like this, you just have to go into a corner and just say, life, hit me tomorrow, don't hit me today. I'm not doing it today. Life is just not me today. So for the hassle, Akari. Oba-chan had very bad kidneys. Didn't I say not to say that kind of thing? I can't do it, Akari-san. I can't eat melons or bamboo shoots. Jeez, what can I possibly eat? I can't even drink alcohol. I'm only allowed to drink very little. Yamamoto-sama, I feel so bad for you. Then let me try to experiment with a snack that's lightly seasoned to complement your drinks. I'll go online to search for one. Jesus, that's my throat gone again. Okay, eat up. Nikaido-kun, feel free to season it to your taste. It's really good. That's wonderful. Make sure to blow on your soup and eat slowly. Gia always told me to blow at least 30 times. Yes. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Gia-san. Influence so is also blowing hard. Elected by Akari One-chan somehow or other quite lonely. Oh. Who could this be at this hour? I'm deeply sorry to trouble you this hour. I hear that Obachama is enjoying hospitality. Oh, Hanoka, are you here to take me home? Ah, Nikado-kun, how did you find this place? I used my GPS, of course. Ahem. Hack off. Excuse me, I just happened to pass by. No matter where or when, Gio always comes to take me home. Ever since I was a child, it's been like that. Like magic. Magic? Wait, Nikado, I think you're being stalked. Just now, that person said GPS, he definitely did. Oh, man. Whew. This is, if you don't mind, please share this with everyone. It's from around here, so you may already know of this, but it's my favourite snack. Oh my, you didn't have to. Ah, what a coincidence. I really like eating this too, very much so. If you like, please come and sit. Please come in and sit. Would you like to eat with us or make some tea? Oh, if that's alright, then I'd love to. Please come in. Hina, can you boil some water? Jeez. Whew, okay. Jeez, I didn't want to get past that. I wanted to actually kind of read the... Alright, so we're on page 85, 126. Sweet. I'll just say I'm almost at the end. I'm just saying because I just like to keep track of what pages I'm on. That's another Murphy's Law I had this morning. I was trying to find a film because I've actually kind of... If no one's ever noticed, the actual parlour's actually kind of changed a lot. I've actually kind of upped all my Blu-rays to kind of make it a bit more neater. Neater? Yeah. And so what happened was, I lost 2 films. I could not for the life of me find where they were. I was like, did I lose them? Did I sell them? What happened here? And then I realised I put them in the wrong place. I put them where... it was called A League of Its Own. I put it as A League of Its Own. I didn't put it as A League of Its Own. I was like, I'm so dumb. I spent the best part of an hour trying to find one film to find it in there, and I tried to find Mrs. Doubtfire, only to find out I put Mrs. Doubtfire in the D section because it's called Mrs. Doubtfire. I got rid of the Mrs. section. I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I this way? It was horrible. Life just spirals out of control for you sometimes like that. It hits you hard. You're like, oh god, what is wrong with me? Why do I do these things myself? Oh man, existentialism's quite good sometimes. You just need to vent your own frustration on everything else, on a manga at this point. It just hurts sometimes when you just realise you put something in the wrong place, and it's been there the whole entire time. You're like, why did I search when it was just there? But life is that way. Life is cruel. But anyway, I think we're on to... Oh, we've got 2 more chapters to go actually. So notes from page 3. Static rook is where the player does not move the rook at the start. For shogi openings, some people tend to use static rook. Others only use ranging rook. Ranging rook? I would say the word. While some will use both. Bishop exchange is where the white player, second to go, trades their bishop with their opponent's bishop on 8h. Ranging rook is where you shift the rook, let's say rook just then, rook, to the left hand side or the central tile. So page 5. A kifu is a record of a game such as shogi or go. Page 6. Yoshida is a reference to the actual chain Yoshinoya, a leading fast food chain in Japan, famous for its beef bowls. Page 7. Bodoro is a reference to Studio Ghibli's 1988 film Tonari no Oh my god, is it? It just dawned on me just then. It is. Ha! My mind just got blown for a second there because I didn't even realise myself. Oh my god. Bottom panel on the left is Kintaro, and on the right is Momotaro, heroes from Japanese folklore. No, my brain kind of pulled a whole entire blank until it kind of gets pointed out to me. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. Like, it happens all the time to me. I'm like, You gotta understand with me something. Sometimes my brain just my brain pulls blanks all the time. Like, it will happen to me all the goddamn time. Like, I will not realise something until it gets said in, like, stone. I'm like, oh! It's really annoying sometimes, because you kind of just sit there. Well, no, here's the thing. I kind of thought to myself, maybe it could be some other kind of film or something like that. I mean, yeah, when you think about it in a larger context, I'm a dumb person for not realising that sooner. But you kind of have to factor and take into account that sometimes there are multiple versions of the same thing, so it could be referencing something completely different to what you actually imagined originally, which does tend to be the case with me sometimes as well. I will always look at something like, oh, that looks cool. It might be referencing something I know, and I realise, oh, it's not. I'm like, oh. Then you just feel even dumber than beforehand. And so that's why I don't say anything until it gets pointed out to me, or I completely forget about it. And when it happens, I'm like, oh my god. See, it happens. It's both a fail-safe and also kind of a move to actually make it look even more dumber than before. That's life for you, as they say. I mean, it's very much there, but at the same time, I was like, is it though? Am I gonna get fooled by it? Because I don't know. Because over here we had the Gruffalo. I think is the actual kind of sentient creature who's got intelligence. Jesus H Christ! Is an ambulance, so something's actually happened down my road. Anyway, yeah, so I think the only thing we have over here is a Gruffalo. So it's literally the only thing I've ever get referenced, but I actually have no idea about anything like that. If it actually happens to be multiple versions of the same thing. But over here it's just a Gruffalo, I think. Is it just a Gruffalo? Probably. I don't know. I also think Gruffalo is actually only English as well, so I don't know. I do apologise. It will happen to me sometimes. Just if it ever happens, do tend to scold me, because I will accept the scolding, because it was my fault from the beginning for not realising that sooner. I will not feel ashamed. So anyway, so chapter 9, a contract. So he was a friend of my father. Why didn't you take the dragon? If I took the dragon, I feel like I would get placed in checkmate. On top of that, it looked like I could place you in checkmate. It looked like I could place you in checkmate. Here in the first column. And I thought that you would jump at the dragon. You don't play like a child. I can't believe you're trying to checkmate me. God, sorry I'm late. I had an emergency patient. Oh, good work. I feel bad for making you wait. Oh no, it's alright. Reikun was here to be my opponent. But man, yeah, that happens to me, so do always tend to point it out to me if I tend to realise something really, really late into the whole entire thing. It helps me realise that I'm kind of a very slow person. Even though he was my father's friend, every time he came, I would get nervously happy for no reason. Reikun... Oh my god, my throat just died. Reikun made a very interesting move just now. My father and he went to the Shurikai together a long time ago. It feels very much like the way he used to play shogi. Looks like he's been putting a lot of work into it. I thought I'd like it if he played outside a bit more. He's sort of like me in that way, I guess. If it was in the neighbourhood or at school, I was always the kid that got bullied. I just couldn't make any friends. My shogi wasn't very good, but because it was quality time I could spend with my busy father, I worked very hard at it. Oh man, my throat's actually dying now. I was never able to take part in the conversations of my classmates. No matter what, I was never able to keep up. I always felt like I was listening to a different language. But each word that the person sitting on the other side of the shogi board said left a deep impression on my heart. Even though he was an adult, he would always address me seriously. I knew this. He was the only one outside my family who did that. Ring, 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 ring. You want me to pick up Momo-chan from preschool? because you've met her before, right? She's the boss of Misaki, the place I work at. She accidentally fell off the stairs and hurt her leg. We're at the hospital right now. Hino is at her club right now, so I can't contact her. Oji-chan is still working at the store. I'm sorry, could you do this for me? Momo-chan, someone's here for you. Coming. She's so cute. It breaks my heart. Ah, it's Ray-chan. Hello. Momo-chan, what were you singing? It's the cat song. Do you know it? Nope, it's the first time I've heard it. Ah. Hey, wait. Ah, I got it. Stop that, Shiro. Woof woof. Woof woof. Yeah, woof. Wow, what a cute girl. Let's play. Woof. No. Momo-chan. Oh no. Now I remember this part as well. Momo-chan, hey little girl, let's play. I'm sorry. Momo-chan, are you okay? Is it your forehead? Is your forehead okay? You didn't hit it, did you? Oh, I made her cry. I'm sorry. Even the dog feels bad. That's what Momo does to you. Even the dog feels bad. We have to check out your scratches right away. Momo-chan, do you know where the first aid kit is? Whimpers. Let me see. Sam got into the scratches. Alright, let's go whoosh on your hands, okay? Ray-chan, it hurts. I'm sorry, just bear with it a little longer. Okay, disinfectant and then bandages. Oh man. Oni-chan. Ray-chan, I'm really sorry about today. Ray-kun, are you really... Kids fall down all the time. Don't worry about it so much. Momo doesn't hurt anymore. Ah, my heart. It's hurting now. Ray-chan seemed really worried. He barely ate any dinner. I'm thirsty. Could you give me some milk or something? See, the cat just adds so much. Did Momo cry a lot to worry him? Momo didn't cry at all. Huge lies. I haven't had dinner yet. But Ray-chan cried. The tears came pouring down. Momo saw. Why? Why did Ray-kun cry? Ah, he must have remembered. Ray-chan, he also had a younger sister. One day, my everyday life was suddenly torn into pieces. When they came home from their trip, my precious father and mother and little sister, they had become cold, hard, molted bodies. I hear that they were hit by a drunk truck driver. All three died immediately. What's going to happen to their son? Isn't his father's younger sister, Kiwako-san, going to adopt him? No way, she would never do that on her own. And Oji-sama is already so old. You fool! What's going to happen to my hospital? I've gotten you to give up shogi, and I thought that everything was going to go well after that. Also-san, it's all right. You still have me. Just leave it to me. That's right. Isn't that what I've been saying since the beginning? But Otto-san only had eyes for Oni-san. Poor thing. Ray-chan, I promise I'll find a nice intuition for you. I didn't know what kind of place institution. Institution, not institution. Do apologise. That kid's face. That's hot. That the woman's holding. Kid does not look happy. That kid is not the kind of kid you want to kind of associate yourself with, because he looks angry all the time. He might harbour some bad things, man. He might be an a-hole. That's what I'm trying to get at. No matter how painful it was at school up till now, when I returned home to my warm room at night by myself, I was able to relax. But if I went to a place like that, when I returned, there there would always be other people around me, even when I sleep. I understood that. Out of 365 days of the year, there would never be a single moment of relief. And then he came. At my funeral, many blood relatives had gathered, but at that time, only he who came into my room was so familiar to me that I wanted to cry out. So, I'm saying that the Kiriyama Hospital will be succeeded by my husband. Whatever you do will be useless. Jesus freaking Christ. There we go. Goodness, just look at Kyoko-san. That woman has always been like that. We're in front of the Buddha, but do you like shogi? This is the moment that the contract was made. Since then, the god of shogi and I, yes, for the first time in my life, I lied in order to survive, and there was no turning back. Had been wrapped together by that ugly lie, and so the curtain was helplessly dropped, and I became a child of a shogi family. Chapter 9 end. Whew, man, that's heavy to have at the end of a chapter as well. Man, to be honest, I quite like how the actual manga structures those kind of more crucial moments in the development of the characters. It kind of handles them really freaking damn well. The kind of way it's structured is just kind of really freaking cool. So the page 3, the Shurikai is a society by the Japanese Shogi Association where players are trained to become professional shogi players. If players who enter before the age of 22 do not achieve 4 Dan by the time they are 24, they must withdraw from the Shurikai and cannot return. The Japan Shogi Association normally only allows those who have gone through the Shurikai to enter professionalism. To apply to the Shurikai, you must be the winner of runner-up or of... Jesus Christ, my throat will not stop leaving me alone! Leave me alone for 5 seconds, throat! A national amateur Japanese tournament in the year application and have recommendation by a professional player. If you have entered before the age of 22, you are given 1 Dan status upon acceptance. Players become professional at 4 Dan. The ages differed with different sources, so we are not certain of the exact age limits. Right. I think I remember this chapter as well. In the actual anime. This was not a kind of chapter. I think this is episode 5, I believe. I think episode 5. So chapter 10, over the cuckoo's nest. Ah, it's coming apart at the seams. No. If I pull it, it'll only unravel more. What am I supposed to do in situations like this? Ah, is this it? What awaited me in the house of the shogi were those who aspired to be shogi players just like me, the real children of the family. What are you acting all high and mighty about? You're nothing but a zero. Kyoko, the sister who was 4 years older than me, and Ayumi, the 3rd grader who was the same age as me. Oto-san, please just forgive her. No, Kyoko is a girl. This doesn't have anything to do with shogi. How could she hit an opponent who defeated her? But Father was freaking hell. There's a lot going down this road. Come on, go. It's annoying, the sound. Thank you. My father was very strict with Kyoko. Kyoko, yeah. Probably it was her stubbornness that caused him to treat her that way. No matter how you look at her, she was like a vehement, angry tempest. In shogi, in temperament and in beauty. What? What are you staring at me for, brat? Hey, Kyoko. Oto-san, do you want seconds? Yes, please. What was that just now? Did he actually call you Oto-san? I'm sorry. Is something wrong? I told him to call me that. Why? That kid is just your student. He's not even adopted. Why are you calling him Oto-san? At home, it seems wrong to always be called sensei, to think of it as a father in shogi. Oh yeah, Inoue-san from the shogi hall told me the news. Ray you beat that famous amateur Hashimoto-san. That's amazing. Whew. Man, let's get to the heavy section of the manga now. I think I'm actually a little bit too big. I have to like reduce myself just. Come on. Oh no, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't do it. There we go. Come on, there we go. To like keep myself out there. Figured that myself was a bit. I figured that my face was a little bit too big for the actual like kind of screens. I actually felt kind of like to reduce myself a little bit further. Father really loved shogi. For better or worse, everything was shogi centered, and so those who loved him had become strong, and in order to stay within his sights. And so the first to become affected by this was Ayumu. Lately, Ayumu-kun tends to be depressed in school. His grades have also dropped. Has something happened in your home? The student my husband adopted recently surpassed him in shogi, so I've already given up shogi. Impossible. If he needs someone to persuade him to keep playing, it's pointless. But if he's not a person who can push himself forward on his own, it's pointless. Becoming a professional shogi player isn't the goal. The road ahead of that is so long that it's overwhelming. The further you go, the more dangerous it is, and the less people there will be around you. The only way you can keep advancing down any road is to become a person who can manage himself. Why did I have to quit the Shurikai? If you can't defeat Rei, it'll be useless to keep going. Even in first dan, there are plenty who are stronger than him. Don't you understand, Kyoko? In the end, man, this is when a lot of the things start happening. In the end, the only one left was someone else's child. That's Kiriyama's son. That's Kiriyama's son, isn't it? So he went out of his way to train his rival's son, and his own children became his prey. How ironic. Ow. After that, Kyoko would spend all her time playing outside. Ayumi locked himself in his room, drowning himself in video games. The time that the three of us spent together was gone. I trying to run away from it all, became more and more absorbed in the study of shogi, and also, by the end of my second year of junior high, I was one step away from becoming a pro. I reached third dan. Among birds, there is a species that does not raise its children. The species engages in what is called brood parasitism. The common cuckoo lays its eggs in a nest of shrieks or meadow buntings. When the cuckoo chick hatches, it pushes the actual children of the host parent out of the nest while they are still eggs, and monopolizes the nest. It's me. None the wiser, the parents work hard to bring food to the children of another, the murder of its own children. This bird is me. Even though the cuckoo chicks eventually become even larger than themselves, they keep feeding them. Do you really don't want to go to high school? Yes. So I have to leave this family. Yes. Is that really alright? In my opinion, school is just a place for kids to choose their future path, so I don't need to go. As long as I continue to work hard, then within the year, at the very least, I'll be at the. Jesus Christ! I lost the train of thought of actually speaking. Then within the year, at the very least, by the next year, I will advance from third dan and become a professional. That's the word I was looking for. Cannot say the words. I was completely lost. If I don't leave as soon as possible, I want to concentrate only on shogi, and after I become a pro, I still have to work hard and make my way higher, and I'll win and earn money, and I'll become independent, a member of this family father, before I consume them all. It's done. Even though it's not perfect, it'll be fine. With this, it won't unravel anymore. I am a cuckoo. Thank goodness I can keep wearing it, standing on top of the lives that were pushed aside. Are you really cold? Here, go ahead and wear this. It's mine, but it should be okay. It looks too big. It's okay. I'm really happy. It's really warm. As they sing of spring, I hear a voice calling in the distance. Thank you, Oto-san. And I think if I ever really were a bird, then at least I would pass through the days oblivious of such agonizing torment as this. Woo! Jesus Christ, that was not a nice chapter to read. Oh god, my heart's actually hurting now. Even more than before. I say that quite often in this manga, but my heart's actually hurting. Ah man. Alright, so we've got the market to read I think now. Right, so Umino and her merry bunch. Nice to meet you. Animal version. The crew that helps me with March Comes Like a Lion. Hare-chan, Juko-chan, O-chan, the new villager R-chan. Manga mobile. That's actually pretty freaking good now, I like that. Hello to those whom I meet for the first time. Nice to meet you. All to you and to all of you in the I've been reading your work forever group. Nice to meet you again. I'm Umino Chika. After finishing honey and clover, Umino set off on a journey of the heart in order to spin in her new tale. And in the kingdom that lay at the end of her journey, she found inside a cold, dark cave. Cats. It was this little box. Are you going to open it? The stories of the boy named Ray and all the people around him. Are you opening it? And so Umino wearily carried the box upon her back. Where are you going? I'm hungry. Essentially, but wearily set off on a long journey once again, back to Umino's town. You'll be living here from now on. I'll be counting on you guys. Okay, we got it. She was asked many questions by her friends from the neighbouring villages. This one was pretty different from that cute box from before. Why did you pick this box? Well, I wonder why I did. Many different people asked me the question, why this particular theme, but I wasn't really able to answer them yet. Either way, I sort of grew attached to it. But the creation of a manga is like an endless soliloquy of questions and answers. Either way I sort of grew attached to it might have meant was that the things that I had to think about, no matter what right now, were inside that box. Whew, okay. And I thought if I could just somehow earnestly watch over Ray-kun while we were together on our journeys of indecision and deep contemplation. What? Umino's behind us. He would say, and to Senzaki Manabu, the 8th Dan, I give my heartfelt thanks for watching over me with his shogi and his brilliant essays on this journey of mine. Alright, so one last one. And there's also the map as well, which I actually kind of like. I actually have the map as well. God, it's actually a really freaking hard one to read. There's a lot going on. So Maki, Akari, Ned-chan and me. It was time to draw the first announcement splash page for the new series. It will be the first big exposure we'll be getting, so let's give you some new clothes. Oh, is this really alright? And so we went out together to the manga textile store tons in Shinjuku to look for fabric to use for a one piece. In here, fabrics for use in manga with all sorts of patterns and prices were lined up. It was customary for the inhabitants of the manga kingdom to put together their outfits here. The two were lost in indecision over selecting an appropriate manga fabric tone. Sorry, I said tons before, it's tones. For the glorious announcement splash. How about this one? It's really wonderful, but is it really okay? Akari Ned-chan worked wholeheartedly in the night with the sewing machine on the new clothing. She even sewed some for her new sister, and the machine went taka 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 taka. This is the slash page, but an unthinkable tragedy occurred. The boxes on the father of the another person's manga had the same pattern. A disaster that happens often in the mangaka kingdom. Ah, Akari-san, get a hold of yourself. Right. Done. Whew. Okay, that was kind of heavy, but I like it because it kind of gave us some more context for the characters themselves. It actually kind of allowed us to actually understand a lot more about how characters work in this manga as a whole, because again, it's very much the kind of bread and butter of this manga, the actual way the characters actually kind of see themselves and the way they go forward and how everyone else sees them as well. And it's interesting to see how Ray sees himself. So I did actually draw upon this in the actual kind of anime thing I did beforehand. Is this whole entire idea that Ray doesn't actually kind of actively look for the things that he kind of falls into, but he generally does fall into those things. He kind of does become the antagonist of this world that he doesn't want to become. He doesn't want to become this antagonist, but the world kind of almost puts him in that way, kind of in a way. Like, he does say school is a place for people to find their future or their destinies, but in theory as well, he's kind of on this destiny. The destiny that he has is kind of depressing because he doesn't live a comfortable life, which is all kind of away from any hardships. He actually has a lot of things going on, a lot of emotional things going on, which kind of carries his whole entire manga, his whole entire emotional connection we have with him as well. It makes him feel a bit more real than you would ever see in a manga like this. So I have to actually kind of give my appreciation, because it's actually really well done. Because again, he never in a way wanted to hurt that family, but in theory he could never get away from it, and it happens sometimes, doesn't it? It happens. You don't look for these things actively, but you just fall into it, and it's kind of depressing. It kind of hurts a lot as well when you think about it. So yeah, I mean, I like it because now we kind of deepen a bond with him, because now we know a lot more about his past and what really happened and the things he went through as a kid, and actually the kind of emotional abuse he went through with the family as well. Like again, it goes back to that thing, like, could he avoided all those things that happened? Who's to say? We don't know, because if it would have been another family, he might have never had that kind of... You never had that push, because in everything, what that did was actually kind of give him the push to actually go forward and show, actually kind of realise his true future, the thing he actually loved the most. Yeah, in theory, he destroyed a whole entire family, but in the retrospects, as we've seen in the anime, especially at the end, that he kind of in theory grows off of other people's kind of in a way failures. Like in retrospects, he grew off at the end, like completely, and actually became a person that realized that he can't just continue to like this in this world. He has to actually kind of push forward, and it's very much here as well. In essence, he kind of grew, and now he's becoming even better off of the failures that he kind of experienced as a child with everyone else. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword when you think about it. Like, the actual development he has is kind of antagonistic when you think about it. Like, it's one of those things that you tend to kind of like go, oh yeah, like it's very antagonistic. Like, he doesn't look actively for it. That's the major thing, but it's a weird development for a protagonist of this kind, because you would associate like everything that he actually kind of experiences is off of something like kind of is like happy or something like that. But no, it isn't. In a way, the actual kind of hardships he faced allow him to become better, but in theory he's hurting those around him sometimes in retrospect, like what happened with Kyoko's family. And yeah, it's one of those things that happen sometimes, that I actually quite like the fact it's going down this more realistic path. It's not kind of keeping within conventions that you see in other shows. It's kind of telling you that, look, not everything is kind of sunshine and rainbows. A lot of things can actually be freaking depressing. So yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty freaking good volume overall. I think the first volume really does kind of open up a lot with this manga. So yeah, so if you actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help quite a bit. But until tomorrow, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.